my lovely angels. This is your girl Sim back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi. I'm thinking of getting like a professional microphone because I just use the on-camera microphone, and I think I need to do like a little tweak to the sound as well so that you guys get like a better experience from my side. So I'm back with part 2 of Kayali Perfume reviews. So as you are aware, I have purchased 14, all the 14 Kayali perfumes, and I reviewed 7, and I am backtracking. So I'm going from the ones that were released first to the ones that were released, the perfumes that were released, the latest releases. Oh my gosh, my words are like the latest releases to the older ones. So this one is going to be the older perfumes that were released by Kayali, and I'm lucky to have all of them to compare. And let me just tell you one thing, that Kayali perfumes are like one of the most good quality perfumes. They all are like supremely unique. They all like smell different. Not one perfume of hers smells similar to the other, including the Vanilla 28 and the Vanilla Royal, which people thought were like going to be like maybe an extrait version or something. They're completely different. So I'm gonna start with Vanilla 28, since that was the perfume I thought of first. And we all know how this perfume smells like. It is the most beautiful vanilla. I think that this is perfect for layering and to be worn by itself as well. Like, now this perfume, if you ask me like what does it smell like, the only thing that I can compare it to is a perfume by Mix Bar called Bourbon Vanilla or Vanilla Bourbon. It was one of like Vanilla Bourbon, I think. And Choco Musk, like people think that this smells like that, but they are a little different. The other one has like a lot of chocolate in it, and this one is like vanilla forward, right? But regardless, this was a genius perfume. Like, I remember initially Kayali started as perfumes that you can mix and match. So they had like categories. So they had the citrus, they had the musk, they had Deja Vu, which was the white flower, vanilla. There were a couple of others, like they all were supposed to be perfumes that you can layer and create your own unique perfume. And I thought that was a splendid idea. And then later on, she started moving into creating like standalone perfumes that you don't really need to use like in combination with other perfumes. They are amazing on their own, and I'm in love with most of her perfumes, and I can't wait to get my hands on full bottles, but at the same time I know like I'm gonna break the bank. So I'm a little bit like worried, because like the previous 7 I liked all of them, and I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting to like all of them. Now, Vanilla 28, of course, I'm not going to buy the 50 ml, I'm going to buy the 100 ml because I know I'm going to use a lot of this perfume. So this is categorized as your Amber Vanilla, and on Fragrantica, this is your 4.26 perfume, which is like a lot, right? So people enjoy this perfume a lot. It's very non-polarizing. So it's a very, I wouldn't use the word generic, but it's very like crowd pleasing. If you like vanilla perfumes, straight up vanilla extract, it smells like that. I use this perfume mostly for layering it with other perfumes, just like I use my Mix Bar Vanilla Bourbon. Apparently it also smells like the Bare Vanilla by Victoria's Secret, and I've been meaning to get that because I honestly I feel a little skeptical to buy perfumes from lingerie brands. Okay, fine, Victoria's Secret, we know they're famous for, but things like Victoria's Secret, Juicy Couture, I used to buy it when I was in my 20s, and now I'm like kind of outgrown it. But at the same time, when I smell them again, I know I'm going to like those perfumes. So I think I'm going to go with Bare Vanilla and get it for myself, because I have never tried that perfume, and I wouldn't mind if it smells something like this. I wouldn't mind getting my hands on that. The top notes for this are Vanilla Orchid, Jasmine, with the middle notes of brown sugar and tonka beans, and the base notes of amber, amberwood, musk, and patchouli. The white florals, they're there like right in the beginning and then they disappear. So you get like a whiff of some white florals, and then you just start getting this vanilla amber musk combination, but like vanilla and tonka are like really in the front. A true vanilla lover you cannot dislike this perfume. This is like the most basic of the basic vanilla you can have. But at the same time, it's so useful because it can convert any of your perfume to a bit more gourmand leaning perfume. Or if you want any perfume that lacks that vanilla depth, this vanilla is like to die for. Like, this is that vanilla that everyone will like, right? And vanilla, like out of all the gourmand notes, I think it's one of the most addictive notes along with tonka. and this has both. For me, this is a 10 out of 10. Easy, easy, easy blind buy. Like, go for it. Don't even think about it. Like, this perfume, you can utilize it in so many different ways. On its own, also, it's a beautiful fragrance, but I would probably use it for Netflix and chill kind of situation, you know, when I want to smell yummy. Like when you also use creams like Boom Boom cream and everything just to make yourself like smell again with the smell gourmand and yummy and edible. I don't want to talk too much about this perfume because it's a very linear perfume. Smells like vanilla, tonka bean, amber, musk, like literally like that. Patchouli is barely there, so don't be afraid that, oh my gosh, this perfume has patchouli and it'll scare you off. Doesn't like, patchouli is like there in the background just to make it last longer, I guess. The projection of this is like 2 feet. It's not too high, and the longevity, it stays on the skin for a very long time. But like if you want it to like be forward, it's 2 feet. It's 2 hours. It's not like going to last a very long time on your skin, which is why I feel this is excellent for layering, but not to wear on its own. It is all season, all weather, all day, all night. It's use it anytime. Doesn't matter. It's not gonna overwhelm anyone. You're just gonna smell like a delicious dessert. The celebrity I thought of was like a little off from like what I usually associate people with, but I feel like Priyanka Chopra smells like this. I feel she smells gourmandy. I feel like she smells like vanilla, chocolate, like, exactly her skin color. I feel like she smells like that kind of vanilla, and that's why I decided to associate this perfume with Priyanka Chopra. Next up is your citrus. What is this? Citrus 08. Pardon me, I'm like a little blind. Like when I wear lenses, I wear to look like far, not near. So when I wear my lenses and I try to look at numbers like which are this tiny, I can barely see it. But this is citrus 08, and of course this is your green citrus. So it's citrus with like hints of green notes, which is why I am not too fond of this one. It's still a very beautiful perfume. Like in summer, this will make you feel fresh, not just because of the citrus fruits, but because of that greenness as well. I feel like it has like the celery kind of note, which I do not like, to be honest with you. But I don't think it has celery, but I'm just feeling like I can smell celery. But that kind of green note, you know, when you go to a florist, when they're like cutting the stems of the flowers, and you know, you can smell the flowers and the green thingy together, and the green thingy is like, it's more forward, it's prominent, it smells, it's that greenness, you know, along with your other citruses. So the top notes for this are pink grapefruit, rhubarb. I think rhubarb is what's giving me that green thingy, bergamot, blackcurrant, and pink pepper. Middle notes of Bulgarian rose and damask rose, and the base notes of oak moss, musk, and tonka bean. Honestly, for me, these are all those top notes of all the citrus fruits, along with that rhubarb, which is like so sharp and so green and it's right in your face. And then of course you have your musk and tonka bean in the end. This is what it smells like. The flowers, the rose, yeah, it's there. Like it's there in the background. It is like there, you can smell it still, but I just feel this perfume, the star of the show is the citrus, as the name suggests, you know. This again was meant to be used as a layering perfume. It reminds me quite a bit of L'Imperatrice by Dolce & Gabbana. I get that green thingy, the green note, but in that case you have that green note along with like a lot of fruits. But this one is like quite similar. It's in the same realm. So if you like that perfume, you're definitely gonna love this perfume. For me, this is like not so much my cup of tea. So unfortunately, this will not be included in my full-size bottles. I'm very happy with this little thingy, just if I need to sample it, or maybe my nose will change and I will start appreciating this perfume. But as of now, the greenness is not something I'm fond of. The other thing which is a letdown is the longevity and projection of this perfume. It projects like 1 feet, which is like a scent bubble. And the longevity, I literally feel it stays for like 2-3 hours and it just disappears off the skin. I mean, you can't like, you can smell something on your skin, but you will not imagine that it's this perfume. You know what I mean? I'm going to give this perfume a 6.5 because again, I feel it's not my cup of tea. Like many other people might absolutely love this fragrance. I know people are out there who absolutely love this perfume. They think it's stunning. So try it for yourself. But for me, this is a 6.5, and I would give this to Olivia Wilde. Like, I kind of share that feeling towards her, which is like probably why I associated this perfume with her. The next one is the Deja Vu White Flower. 57. So this was like tried 57 times before they could perfect it. It kind of gives you the vibe of Lantade, and it has, because I'll tell you why. It's because of that pear and because of the white florals, especially like I feel like that gardenia is there or tuberose. I'm not sure, it's one of the two, but it gives you that milky white floral feeling, and along with that pear opening, which is like very reminiscent of Lantade. Now, if you smell both of them side by side, it will not smell the same for sure, but it is very close. It gives you the same vibe. You know, it's like, I love Lantade, which is why I really like this perfume. The top notes for this is nectarine, gardenia, and pear. Middle notes of tuberose, Indian jasmine, and orange blossom. Base notes of Tahitian, vanilla, patchouli, cashmere wood, and sandalwood. Now, probably, let's see if it like settles down to a woodsy note, but like, yes, that Indian jasmine. You see, like, we associate the Indian jasmine, it's very indolic. So in this, the jasmine, again, it's like very indolic, and then you have that gardenia to top it all off, you know, and tuberose, making it like the wildest of the wild white floral that you can imagine. So if you're not a fan of floral perfumes, or if you do not like white florals, or if you don't like the combination of this really heavy gardenia, tuberose, and the Indian jasmine, which is the most indolic out of them all, you know, you're not going to like this perfume. For me, it's a beautiful perfume. Yes, like I would like to wear this to bed. I would like to wear this when I want to relax, rest, and probably like if I took a few days off from work and if I wanted to do nothing, I would put this on. It will instantly relax me. The florals are very maternal. I don't know why that word came to my mind. It's very, I think because I relate this to like elder people. Like in India, they wear this, it's like a flower garland kind of a thing, but you don't wear it around your neck, you wear it in your hair. And sometimes you make jewelry as well, so you make earrings and stuff out of those flowers. And it reminds me of those flowers, you know, and they're very heavy white florals. They feel slightly nocturnal. It gives you something which makes you feel it's nighttime, but at the same time, it feels, I don't want to call it mature because the smell doesn't smell like auntie or grandma, but it just gives you like an elder vibe, you know. It definitely smells very classy. It smells unique in a way that like you can recognize these notes. You can recognize that for sure there is Indian jasmine in it. For sure there's gardenia. They're very clearly existing, the tuberose, you know, but at the same time, it is of good quality. They're high quality. So you feel like this poshness associated with it. This smells extremely feminine. The projection is like 3 feet or so, or more maybe. Like I'm in the air conditioning right now, but if it was warmer, it would spread like. And it's a very spring summer daytime perfume because it's literally like spring packed in a bottle, like with like white florals. And I don't know, like I would rate this, I can't give it 6.5 because it's better than that. Let's give it a 7 because it's not a bad perfume, it's just not my jam. You know what I mean? And the person I would give this to, I don't know why, I just thought of star-crossed lovers. It came to my mind, and then Claire Danes came to my mind. So I would give this to Claire Danes. You know the Baz Luhrmann movies? Like, yeah, especially like Romeo and Juliet, like probably smelled like this. Mind you, this entire old collection of Kayali, these were like the initial perfumes, right? They were all meant to be mixed and matched. So maybe you can mix the citrus with the florals and create your own perfume, or mix vanilla with the Deja Vu, and you know. And Deja Vu, by the way, is one of like the most popular fragrances of Kayali. On Fragrantica, it got 3.82. I'm sorry, I'm kind of like skipping stuff. And the perfumes that are similar to it or in the same DNA is Born in Roma or Kayali Perfumes. Now, I don't think it smells like any of those, but you know what? Like I am planning to get those back in my collection, but like maybe 50 ml or 30 ml, and then I'll be able to compare like some of the perfumes better, because I think a lot of perfumes do smell like Kayali Perfumes, and I need to have it like next to me to remember exactly how it smelled like. The next was again meant to be a layering perfume. This is the Musk 12. I'm not going to spray this on myself. And if you know me, if you've been following me for a long time, you know me. This is that musk that I do not like. I cannot stand. Okay, it's not bad. It's not as bad as Musk Mood of Latafa, but like still, this is that musk feeling which smells like skin to me. I don't know, like it just smells like skin, and in a creepy way. I don't like it. I associate this with like skin, but not in a nice way. Like This is categorized as a floral woody musk, and on Fragrantica it's got 4.04. So clearly people love this perfume, right? It is like one of the best rated perfumes of Kayali, and people are like gaga over this because like if you're a musk lover, if you love musk, you cannot deny this one. It has that, I'm sure it has white musk and other musk. It's a mixture of a couple of musks. Unfortunately, not my gig. It apparently smells like Clean Reserve by Clean Skin. I have not smelled any of that perfumes in that in those bottles. I don't know. I just felt like they would either be linen smelling or laundry smelling or musk smelling, and I think I was right. So I never like gravitated towards those perfumes. The top notes for this are freesia and lotus. Lotus is another perfume note that I do not like amongst the florals. Middle notes of musk and jasmine, and the base notes of vanilla and jasmine, sandalwood. I bet you that this is not just one vanilla, not one musk. It's a combination of different musks. This smells intimate. It smells intimate, and I don't want to go too much into it, but like, it reminds me of a woman's this kind of musk. It just makes me feel that smell of skin, and I cannot, absolutely cannot get down with this. It's super feminine, by the way, and this is a very intimate smell, so like it'll just, if you come too close, you can smell the musk. The longevity is like 6 hours plus. It'll stay on your skin, it'll not budge. It'll stay, and you know, these musk scents, like somehow when you put water on your skin, it just like comes up again. Like it's one of those perfumes. The celebrity I would associate this with, it's Chloe Grace Moretz. Like I feel like she smells musky. Guys, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to offend anybody. So please, like when I say it's my choice, like I'm sure them, like the rating suggests, many people love this perfume. So don't come for me because it's just not me. I like musks and perfumes, but as like in a combination, and it gives like a hint of something here and there, but not like face forward, like, you know, no. The next one is one of my all-time favorite perfumes of Kayali, and that is the Elixir 11. Like this perfume was something I was so happy when I smelled it for the first time. I was like, yes, like this is like, I was waiting for somebody to create this kind of perfume. This is like rose forward, noir, dark perfume with some citrus. It's a very nighttime clubbing kind of scent, and it's the clubbing kind of scent that is like dark feminine energy. Plus it has like this grape shisha kind of smell. I don't know, like if you guys have ever had the grape shisha or been around grape shisha, and it has that like vibe of that grape shisha as well. And all of that combined, it like just makes me feel so nice. And this perfume is not for everybody, because I know there's going to be a lot of people who are going to absolutely hate this perfume. But I kind of like obnoxious perfumes, you know. So for me, this is a star. So it's supposed to be, it smells like Club de Nuit by Armaf. It is similar. They are definitely not dupes of each other. No way. It doesn't smell alike. But it's the same genre, you know. The top notes are rose petal and red apple. Middle notes are May Rose and Jasmine Sambac, and the base notes are Patchouli, Amber and Vanilla. I don't know where the hell I'm getting the grape shisha from. And then of course you have your jasmine, and in the base notes you have your amber and vanilla, which are like the best base notes for this kind of perfume. I remember the first time I smelled this perfume, I was like, oh my god, this smells so high end. It smells like a super rich woman. Old money, the old money kind of woman. But she's young and she's daring and she goes clubbing a lot at night, you know. And she has like a booth, like she doesn't sit with like us peasants, you know, like she goes and sits separately in a VIP room or something. Sometimes I'm like, you know, this definitely smells niche. So when this perfume was released by Kayali, that's when I was like, wow. Like before that, I was like, okay, layering perfumes kind of a thing, mixing molecular kind of, you know. But then this came out and I was like, no way. It's sexy, it's seductive, and it's super addictive. Like you smell this perfume, you're gonna like keep smelling it. Please don't blind buy this perfume, because this is not everyone's cup of tea. It has this scent that sometimes it'll be, for some people, it'll be a little too obnoxious. Especially people who do not like oud, although this has no trace of oud. But it's the same feeling. Like some people, they get overwhelmed with oud, and this one has like a lot of rose, and then it has like your jasmine sambac, you know, like very indolic, but at the same time, it's beautiful. By the way, when she said red apple, this red apple is the boozy apple. It's not the crisp, fresh red apple like the Eden. I think Eden is also in. Okay, I'm gonna review the Eden after this one so that we can compare, right? This is like your boozy, overripe, fermented apple. The apple is not crisp and fresh compared to the Eden Juicy. This one is more dark, almost gone bad apple. For me, this perfume is unisex. A guy can get away with it, but I would prefer Ali not wearing this perfume because, like, not his persona. It's a nighttime perfume for sure. You can wear it in summer, winter, whenever you want. It'll bloom more in winter. You will feel it like come out more in winter. It'll smell nicer in winter, not overwhelm you. But if you're going out and if you're going to be indoors at night, just a beautiful scent. For me, this is like a 10 out of 10 fragrance. It builds like slowly, like the apple booziness like fades away and then it becomes like a very cold perfume. It's a very unapproachable perfume. And that's why, like, for me, the celebrity was Megan Fox from Jennifer's Body. Like, if you've seen that movie, like, you know, when she turns dark, you know, and how her persona is, this is like that femme fatale kind of fragrance. The progression of this perfume is beautiful. So that initial blast, when it's over, it just starts turning colder and colder and colder, but gets more and more and more dark for some reason. And I love it. 10 out of 10. I'll definitely get a 50 ml, not a 100 ml, 50 ml for sure. We have 2 more left. So let's first go with the Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper 25, which was one of the daring releases of Kayali. I remember when she launched this perfume, everybody had gone nuts. This was like her first oud based perfume, along with the pink pepper. Like, this was like one of the boldest perfumes she created. Intense, beautiful, attractive. Again, that femme fatale energy. It's very like boss babe kind of fragrance. It gives me like a little hint of like that Lextas. The, what was that? Was it DNG? No, it's discontinued. I'll put a picture somewhere over here. Mixed with Libre. Like, it smells like a combination of the two. I don't know if it makes sense or not. But yeah, like, I feel it's like that rose forward Lextas and the Libre, the intense version of Libre. It's super unique. It's so beautiful. And the oud in this is like your incensey wood. So it's like your oud stick burning on as a bakhur. And, you know, your dress like got like fumed with, like, you know, the smoke. I'm so bad at this. What's wrong with me today? Like, you're burning the bakhur and then you're like putting your clothes over it so that the smokiness comes in your clothes. The oud is the smoky oud. Wait, let me just tell you like the notes and then we'll discuss it further. Top notes of pink pepper, bergamot, royal lily, and saffron. Middle notes of Bulgarian rose, centifolia, magnolia, vanilla orchid, and the base notes of sandalwood, patchouli, sensual musk, and golden amber. Oud is not mentioned here, but I can smell the oud. You guys are like, get a grip on yourself, Simi. I swear I can smell that incensey oud in it, and it's beautiful. It's that pink pepper and the oud, and then you have that bergamot in the beginning, which is like the fresh, tangy little feeling. And then it starts becoming like rosy. Oh my god, this perfume is like goodness in a bottle. This is an absolute 100 ml worthy bottle. And I remember like so many of you all were like saying, review this perfume. And you were right. You were right. I bow down to you. It is like a spectacular perfume. It's one of the best creations of Mona Katan. And I think it's a favorite of Hassan on her as well. I saw it in an interview with them. And I love it. I love it so much. The best way to describe this perfume is it's a spicy rose fragrance, and it has like that incensey oud quality in the background, you know. So initial spray, pink pepper, bergamot, rose. Bergamot and pink pepper slowly start fading away, but the pepper becomes less sharp, but the peppery thing is there till the end along with your rose, but then this incensey quality starts coming out from the oud, which is not listed, along with amber and vanilla in the base note. Like, think of that image, like think of those notes like together, and then ultimately it just becomes this nice spicy rosy vanillic perfume. Again, in this the patchouli is done so well, it'll not bother you at all. This is like oozing opulence. Like again it's like a money perfume. Like, I don't know why Kayali perfumes, they smell like money. Okay, they cost a lot as well. Kidding, just kidding. But they do smell like worth it. It smells like, yes, you bought this perfume and you paid that price for it. Like you get like the worth, of the perfume. This perfume is like gorgeous, and I don't think like I can ever get over this perfume. Like it is one of those perfumes that you smell once in your lifetime and you are just like blown away, and you just like, again, I'll call it the scentgasm. You get that feeling when you smell it and you're like I found heaven. And the rose in this, I can call it like a jammy rose. Like it is definitely sugared rose. You closed it, let it ferment, then you like, I don't know, cooked it, it became like a rose jam, and then you added spices on top, like pink pepper, and it's like very pronounced. That smell is like really pronounced of the pink pepper. But like initial whiff, like you don't feel like sneezing. It's still like you feel that spiciness going into your nose, but then it like becomes very mellow, and then ultimately leaves you smelling like a goddess. The projection is like 5 feet plus, longevity is like 8 hours. Like it's worth every penny. This perfume, for me, this is a 10 out of 10 perfume. The celebrity I would give this to would be Angelina freaking Jolie, because nobody else will like probably come into my mind to portray this fragrance. Like she is like epic, and this perfume smells just like her. Now last but not the least is the Kayali's Eden Juicy Apple 01. They got it on the first try. This again is your apple forward fragrance, but the apple in this is very crispy. It's very, where should I spray this? Okay, let's spray it here. It's like literally, the apple juice you get like in that plastic bottle, and you give it to your children. It's full of sugar. Literally, when you open it and you smell it, this is your apple juice. Or if you have ever juiced an apple in your house, that strong smell comes when you juice the apple. So you smell the apple along with all the bits and pieces. It's that apple, and it like just hits you in the face, that apple right now. Now, in my opinion, apple is a note, the crispy apple note. I'm not very fond of it. Like any perfume that has this kind of opening puts me off. It throws me off. But just because it's Mona, I was like, Simi, be patient. Be patient. Why we have like the soft corner for Mona, by the way, is because we have seen the sisters grow from like for over like 15 years or so. You've seen them like progress, and like we know their story. So I won't call it like we all are like at an intimate level with her, because she barely knows I exist and I barely know anything about her, but we have seen their professional journey, and I know what it took to reach this level of success, being like, here, because UAE is a small country, but achieving that kind of recognition all over the world, it's like insane. So like for us, it's like they're idols for us, right? So that's why we all have like the soft corner for Huda and for Mona. So just because it's created by Mona, I was like, be patient. Smell it, let it like sit. Although like that crispy apple was like just making me feel like sick, and I just start feeling dizzy. Like I don't know and I don't like eating apples either. It's like a weird thing. Like a lot of doctors told me like skip the coffee, have an apple in the morning, and you'll wake up like, you'll feel like more awake than you feel with coffee. And I told him to go to hell, because I was like, listen, I'm not gonna have an apple first thing in the morning on my empty stomach. No way, I need my coffee to go and run through my bloodstream. Like think of, how it starts smelling. Okay, so the opening is like crisp and sharp. Then it starts smelling like, you go to like a 5-star hotel, or let's just say, because it's Dubai, let's call it a 7-star hotel. So you're in the Burj Al Arab, and they serve you this, you ordered apple juice, and they got you this apple juice in a flute glass, and it had gold speckles in it. It smells like that. It smells like a super expensive glass of apple juice. So this is categorized as a fruity floral. The rating for this is 3.94. Smells like, people call it Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. I have never smelled this, but for me the closest in my experience is Badi Al Oud Sublime. But then again, they are very similar, but they're not dupes, because the Badi Al Oud doesn't have that crisp apple scent. It has a boozy apple scent. The top notes for this is red apple, lychee, blackcurrant and pink grapefruit. Middle notes of wild berries, raspberry bloom, jasmine and May rose. And the base notes of sugar, musk, vanilla, moss and amber. I can smell the rose, I can smell the pink grapefruit a little bit. Maybe some berries, I don't know, but the jasmine is there for sure. For me, maybe the opening is not my cup of tea, but then the base, not even the middle notes. The middle notes are also still like bothering me because it's like still very apple forward. But once it reaches that base note, it becomes very memorable, it becomes very beautiful. And that's when that niche quality comes out where you are like, I've never smelled anything like this before. Will I buy this perfume as a full bottle? I would not. I'm very happy with this 10 ml. If I want to smell it, if I get a craving for it, I'll wear it once or twice. But I know in a year, I would probably reach for it like twice. So this is definitely not my cup of tea. Anything with apple, it turns me off, you know. Unless they're done in a boozy apple way, in a fermented apple way, syrupy apple way, you know. And that apple note never goes away. So you still get that apple with the rose. They're constant, like from the beginning till the end, that's the constant. And everything at the back, they keep like changing, you know. So towards the end, you have this sugary, vanillic, mossy amber along with that crispy apple and the rose. And the rose is trying to make a jam out of this apple, but that crispiness, the sharpness of the apple doesn't go away. You still smell like that apple juice that you get along with the skin and everything when you juice it, how you smell. So for me, this perfume is like, you can wear it anytime. Like it is like, people would think you can wear this in spring, summer, during daytime. I think this is like any weather perfume. Like since it's apple and rose, I think it should not be like exclusively for summer. The projection for this is like maybe 2 feet. It doesn't project a lot. And the lasting power is quite a bit. So once it reaches the base note, it will give you 6 hours or more of longevity. And the celebrity I thought of was Ellie Fanning. Because I think she's done Snow White. Was she Snow White? And then Apple, you know, like that whole image came in my mind. Or did she like do some advert for like, was she the one who held the apple? I don't know. My brain is going everywhere, but I'm pretty sure like because she played Snow White or something, the apple thing, it came in my mind and I was like, Ellie Fanning. So that's it for today, guys. This was a haphazardous one because I'm still recovering from my fibromyalgia and I need to use a lot of my brain cells like during this time. Please don't feel sorry for me. Like my fibromyalgia is still very much under control. Yes, there are times where the pain is so severe that I wish like I don't wake up, you know, I just want to be crawled up in bed like a shrimp in the fetal position and not wake up. But nothing to feel sorry about. Like I can still like manage to get stuff done. And like once I start recovering, it just takes a little longer to get that energy back. And the thing that affects me the most is my speech because it starts getting like slurred. I normally like have to think a lot to put like that energy into making sentences. It's like forming sentences becomes like I become like a toddler, you know. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you liked this video. I'm finally done with all 14 perfumes of Kayali. I hope it helped. Please tell me your top 3. And if you do not like any one of them, why you don't like any one of them, you know. So let me know so I get an idea of like what other people perceive of the perfumes I don't like from Kayali and the ones I love, which I absolutely like die for, you know. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, guys, bye.